just make things. Do not get so caught up in this that it stops you from making art. Or if you need to, make art about this, but never stop making things.
You are wiser, stronger, and smarter because you made mistakes in your life.
So Taylor Swift has clearly been popular for a long time, and it takes an immense amount of skill and work to stay on top for so long. And I was watching the documentary about her, and something I found really interesting from there that made me want to make a video was she was a teenager and she was talking about how many songs she'd written, and she had said at that point that she'd already written about 150 songs. So I thought it was a good glimpse into how much work it actually takes to be on top and to perform at her level. So I hope you find that insight helpful for your own projects.
I write songs not just to put them on albums, but I write songs to help understand life a little bit more. Yeah. Life makes a little more sense to me when I can take these complex emotions and you know, tricky situations and things that come at you in life and process them and say them in a song. It's more of like writing just kind of happens to me. Like no matter where I am, 4 a.m. or in the middle of a conversation, I'll just get an idea and I'll have to like record it into my cell phone. I try to stay pretty open to inspiration every single day, all day. And if I come up with some line that I feel like sounds like it should be a highlighted line or it sounds like it's an interesting observation, I'll write it down in this kind of notepad that I have in my phone. And when it comes time to finish a song, I'll just go through all the lines and look at them and go, okay, this works for this works for that. It's really fun. It's fun to continue to stay open to inspiration all the time and always be looking. You can only hope that as a writer you start trying different things and you try different chords or different structures of songs, different beats that you've never really explored that path before. You know, and I think having always been a writer first, I'm obsessed with the syncopation of the way that words sound when they're said a certain way. And once I've kind of done something once, I always want to go to a different direction and never repeat myself. So as a writer, I think that I've always hoped that my music would constantly be changing because you never want to make the same album twice, the same song twice. And, you know, my greatest hope has been that as I grow, my fans will grow up with me, and as I change and my life changes, my music will change as well. So, wish me luck there. I was 14? No, wait.
You were younger?
I was like 13, I think.
13?
Yeah, but I did. I have a lot of different epiphanies. I always have different ideas as to like, ooh, you know, this would be a good idea. And one summer I was at the shore. We used to spend our summers in Stone Harbor, New Jersey, and all my friends were back in Pennsylvania. And so I had nothing to do. And so I had this epiphany, I'm gonna be a novelist. And I'm gonna write novels, and that's gonna be my career path. So I would write different chapters of this book and send them back to my friends, and I'd write them into the book under different names, but totally describe their personalities. And it was a really fun way to spend the summer. And my parents were so frustrated because I would never go outside. I'd just be like locked in this little study with my computer. But I've always been a writer first. Mm-hmm. It's my favorite thing is how you can convey a thought or a story or completely describe a character or a situation through words, mm-hmm. and the right combination of words, and the whole process of editing and re-editing and rethinking and imagining, and you get these little mini just epiphany ideas that come to you. And I think that that's what I loved about writing the novel, and it's what I love about poetry, and it's what I love about songwriting.
I know people who will write a verse for one song and decide to just put it on another song. Or like, I like this chorus, but I like it with this pre-chorus from this song. And I'm like, never done that once. I kind of have to capitalize on the excitement of me getting that idea, mm-hmm. and see it all the way through, or else I'll leave it behind and I'll just assume it wasn't good enough. I think as a songwriter, there is that urge to connect. There is that urge to say, like, this is how I feel sometimes, and then have fans say, oh my God, like I feel that way sometimes too. And I think a documentary, if you are open enough you can connect with people.
You have to not only live your life in spite of people who don't understand you, you have to have more fun than they do.
Do not let anything stop you from making art. Just make things. Do not get so caught up in this that it stops you from making art. Or if you need to, make art about this, but never stop making things.
And there might be times when you put your whole heart and soul into something and it is met with cynicism or skepticism. You cannot let that crush you. You have to let it fuel you, because we live in a world where anyone has the right to say anything that they want about you at any time. But just please remember that you have the right to prove them wrong.
You're the only one that's inside your brain feeling all of your anxieties and the voices that are telling you that you can't be who you want to be, or that you're not who you want to be, or that you want to be more like that other person over there. Let me tell you, people are mean to each other, but no voices are as mean as our own voices are to ourselves. Every day, when you look in the mirror and your mind is telling you all the things you're not, if those things are, you're not cool enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not popular enough, you're not successful enough, you're not special, you're not wanted, you're not unique, those are not the things you are not. Let me tell you the things you are not, okay? You are not somebody else's opinion of you. That's what you're not. You are not going nowhere just because you are not where you want to be yet. You are not damaged goods just because you have made mistakes in your life. Those are the things you're not. Let me tell you the things that you are. Would you like to hear the things that you are? You are your own definition of beautiful and worthwhile, and no one else's definition. You are wiser, stronger, and smarter because you made mistakes in your life.